Silvio Berlusconi, born the 29th of September 1936, is an Italian media tycoon and politician who served as Prime Minister of Italy in 4 governments. Berlusconi is the controlling shareholder of Mediaset and has owned the Italian football club A.C.Milan since 1986. He is nicknamed Il Cavaliere for his Order of Merit for Labour, although he voluntarily resigned from this order in March 2013. In 2016, Forbes magazine ranked him as the 188th richest man in the world with a net worth of $7.1 billion. In 2009, Forbes ranked him 12th in the list of the world's most powerful people due to his domination in Italian politics. Berlusconi was Prime Minister for 9 years in total, making him the longest-serving post-war Prime Minister of Italy, and the third longest-serving since the Italian unification. He was the leader of the centre-right party Forza Italia from 1994 to 2009, and its successor party the People of Freedom from 2009 to 2013. Since November 2013, he has led a revived Forza Italia. Berlusconi was the senior G8 leader from 2009 until 2011, and he currently holds the record of G8 summit hosting, after serving nearly 19 years as member of the Chamber of Deputies, Italy's lower house. After the 2013 general election, he became a member of the Senate. On the 1st of August 2013, he was convicted of tax fraud by the Final Appeal Instance Court of Cassation along with a public office ban for 2 years. As his age exceeded 70 years, he was exempted from direct imprisonment, and instead served his sentence by doing unpaid social community work. Because of being sentenced to a gross imprisonment for more than 2 years, a new Italian anti-corruption law made the Senate expel and bar him from serving any legislative office for 6 years. Berlusconi has pledged to stay leader of Forza Italia throughout the period where he serves his imprisonment sentence and public office ban. Family background and personal life. Berlusconi was born in Milan in 1936, where he was raised in a middle-class family. His father, Luigi Berlusconi, was a bank employee, and his mother, Rosa Bossi, a housewife. Silvio was the first of 3 children. He had a sister, Maria Francesca Antonietta Berlusconi, and has a brother, Paolo Berlusconi. After completing his secondary school education at a Salesian college, he studied law at the Università Statale in Milan, graduating in 1961, with a thesis on the legal aspects of advertising. Berlusconi was not required to serve the standard 1-year stint in the Italian army, which was compulsory at the time. During his university studies, he was an upright bass player in a group formed with the now Mediaset chairman and amateur pianist Fedele Confalonieri, and occasionally performed as a cruise ship crooner. In later life, he wrote A.C.Milan's anthem with the Italian music producer and pop singer Tony Renis, and Forza Italia's anthem with the opera director Renato Cirio, with the Neapolitan singer Mariano Apicella. He wrote 2 Neapolitan song albums, Meglio una canzone in 2003 and L'ultimo amore in 2006. In 1965, he married Carla Elvira Dall'Olio, and they had 2 children, Maria Elvira, better known as Marina, and Pier Silvio. By 1980, Berlusconi had established a relationship with the actress Veronica Lario, with whom he subsequently had 3 children, Barbara, Eleonora and Luigi. He was divorced from Dall'Olio in 1985, and married Lario in 1990. By this time, Berlusconi was a well-known entrepreneur, and his wedding was a notable social event. One of his best men was Bettino Craxi, a former prime minister and leader of the Italian Socialist Party. In May 2009, Lario announced that she was to file for divorce. On 28 December 2012, Berlusconi was ordered to pay his ex-wife Veronica Lario $48 million a year in a divorce settlement that was filed Christmas Day, and he will keep the $100 million house they live in with the 3 children. Business career. Milano Giù. Berlusconi's business career began in construction. In the late 1960s, he built Milano Giù, 4,000 residential apartments east of Milan. The profits from this venture provided the seed money for his advertising agency, Telemilano. Berlusconi first entered the media world in 1973 by setting up a small cable television company, Telemilano, to service units built on his Segrate properties. It began transmitting in September the following year. After buying 2 further channels, Berlusconi relocated the station to central Milan in 1977 and began broadcasting over the airwaves. Fininvest. In 1978, Berlusconi founded his first media group, Fininvest, and joined the Propaganda Giù Masonic Lodge. In the 5 years leading up to 1983, he earned some 113 billion Italian lire. The funding sources are still unknown because of a complex system of holding companies, despite investigations conducted by various state attorneys. Fininvest soon expanded into a country-wide network of local TV stations which had similar programming, forming, in effect, a single national network. This was seen as breaching the Italian public broadcaster RAI's statutory monopoly by creating a national network, which was later abolished. In 1980, Berlusconi founded Italy's first private national network, Canale 5, followed shortly thereafter by Italia 1, which was bought from the Rusconi family in 1982, and Rete 4, which was bought from Mondadori in 1984. Berlusconi created the first and only Italian commercial TV empire. He was assisted by his connections to Bettino Craxi, Secretary General of the Italian Socialist Party and also Prime Minister of Italy at the time, whose government passed, on 20 October 1984, an emergency decree legalizing the nationwide transmissions made by Berlusconi's television stations. This was in response to judgments on 16 October 1984 in Turin, Pescara and Rome, enforcing a law which previously restricted nationwide broadcasting to RAI that had ordered these private networks to cease transmitting. After political turmoil in 1985, the decree was approved definitively, but for some years, Berlusconi's 3 channels remained in a legal limbo, and were not allowed to broadcast news and political commentary. They were elevated to the status of full national TV channels in 1990, by the so-called Mammy Law. In 1995, Berlusconi sold a portion of his media holdings, first to the German media group Kirch Group and then by public offer. In 1999, Berlusconi expanded his media interests by forming a partnership with Kirch called the Epsilon Media Group. On 9 July 2011, a Milan court ordered Fininvest to pay €560 million in damages to Compagnie Industriali Reunite in a long-running legal dispute. On 5 August 2016, Fininvest announced the signing of a preliminary agreement to sell all of the shares of A.C.Milan to Sino Europe Sports Investment Management Changxing Co. Limited. The deal is scheduled to be finalized by the end of 2016.